Hey guys, today we're going to take a look at Tomax and Xamot, the Crimson Twins. Alright, so these guys came out way early in the line and they were super deluxe 2-pack. And the packaging was amazing. They had foil on the backside like a mirror to highlight that they're like mirror images of each other. And I thought it was super cool. And of course, their sculpting looks almost identical, but opposite. But in reality, I believe they're all original parts all the way down, from the head sculpts down to the boots, are completely different. The left side to the right sides. So I don't think they share any parts. Even the crotch piece is unique on each one, which is super cool. And yeah, these guys were, of course, twins. In the cartoon, they finished each other's sentences, which was kind of cool. On their file cards, they were from the island of Corsica, which was a pretty interesting callback to the novel The Corsican Brothers by Alexandre Dumas, way back in the day, about two twins that could feel each other's emotions and pain. And they kind of followed that storyline with the cartoons. They also did in the comic for a quick second, but Hama backed away from that, even though he wrote the file card, referencing it. I guess he changed his mind and kind of backed away from it. But I thought it was neat. It was a cool, literary reference. Kind of cool stuff they did with G.I. Joe back then, making us kids look stuff up and learn some things while we're playing with our toys. I always thought that was interesting. And as far as accessories, they both came with a gun, something like this. This isn't his original. These aren't his original. They're original guns, but they're basically like the same. They came with other characters. They reproduced these guns several times for several other figures throughout the years. They also came with a cool zip line. This is a 25th anniversary version, and actually cut the side out so you can just hook it onto a string without having to thread it through. It's kind of easier to do, and it's funner. Don't recommend using the zip line on the vintage figures anymore, though. It's really bigger and harder to get on their hands, and we don't want broken thumbs. So if you do, be really careful with the zip lines, and maybe even shave them down if you want to use them but don't want to break the thumbs. You can always do that. But I rarely use accessories with these guys. Normally they're unarmed, either standing around leading the Crimson Guards, or they're carrying a briefcase or something. And of course this isn't original gear with them, but they look really good, kind of cartoon accurate when they're carrying briefcases. Kind of cool. And yeah, they're just really fun figures. They got lots of silver on them, which is kind of a drawback because the silver does rub off really easily. But it really pops. It looks good with the reds and the blues. And they got the nice Cobra tampos on their chests here. And yeah, they're just great figures that go great together. I'd have to say my favorite is Xamot, though, with a scar on his face. Just because scars are cool. Chicks dig them. And for no other reason than that. Or it's just, he seems like the tougher one because he's got a scar on his face. But amazing figures. The sculpting is wicked on them. They got, of course, metal boots all the way up to the knees. Cool Cobra sculpting. on the legs there. They both got cod pieces going on in red and silver. These red sashes kind of denote their rank as Crimson Guard commanders. And yeah, they're kind of neat. And of course, they kind of fit with their file card that they were like acrobats. And that fit in with the cartoon too. They were always jumping around doing flips and whatnot. And, standing on each other's shoulders and jumping off of buildings and whatnot. So yeah, the sculpting totally fit what they made their characters to be in the comics and in the cartoon. And great sculpting on the gloves. They have some kind of devices on their wrists here, on left and right, respectively, and then just a single regular glove on the other side. I love the shoulder armor offset on one side, again with the mirror image kind of deal, looking really awesome. And yeah, not much more to say about these guys. They're really great looking. They're really original, although they are derivative of an old novel, classic novel back in the day. They put their own spin on them and made them evil and part of Cobra. And of course, they lead the Crimson Guard, and they're running extensive enterprises, which is the financial arm of Cobra. So they basically take care of all the money stuff and launder it and make it legitimate or whatever. And that's kind of neat, But, yeah, that's Tomax and Xamot. And let me know what you think. I consider them top tier, but only if they're together. Separately, not so much. But definitely top tier pair. And they were great as a kid. I loved them as a kid. I had so much fun with the zip lines. It was like ridiculous. And I still have fun with them today. They're entertaining figures. They're interesting sculpts. And I really dig them. So, yeah, that's Tomax and Xamot. That's about all I got to say about this review. What do you guys think of them? Let me know down in the comments. Did you have them as a kid? Did they get a lot of playtime? And if so, what kind of playtime? Do you guys zipline them a lot, or do some acrobatics with them, or do they just kind of ride in the stun and hang out? Let us know. And yeah, that's my review. Tomax and Xamot. It's great having this review. It was fun doing it for you guys, and we'll see you next time. All right.